I'm here today with another bullet journal video, and it's going to be a little bit different than my previous videos because I was on a 3-week-long road trip across the country, and I didn't really have as much time as I normally do to make my journal all pretty. So what I had to do is break down my bullet journal into the most bare minimum, like just getting the information on paper and not worrying about making it pretty or not drawing and not decorating it, and that's what I did. It's more of a minimalist bullet journal, so even though it is different than what I've done before, I did want to show it because it is another form of bullet journaling, and it actually is the original form of bullet journaling before people started making them artsy and crazy and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to show you both. What I ended up doing was I used the minimalist bullet journal to record all the information, and then when I had time, which was usually like once or twice a week, I put the information, made it look all pretty, and did some drawing and did some lettering practice and things like that in my real bullet journal. So I'm going to show you both of those so you can get a taste for each. And if you are looking for a more decorative bullet journal experience, you might want to take a look at some of my older videos where I do go over the pre-planning and all of the daily drawing that I do and all of that stuff, because this one's going to be a little, like I said, a little bit different than what I've done before. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so first I'm going to show you what my minimalist bullet journal looked like. Now, all I did was buy one of these little sketchbooks, I guess, from Michaels. It's just a thread-bound. It's actually a thicker drawing paper, so it's not thin, and it allowed me to use my markers. Now, this isn't going to be pretty. Basically, like I mentioned, I only needed the bare minimum, so I started off with a road trip log, which logged all of my mileage, my gas, the tolls, and what food, and how much we were spending on food. And then I also logged what we did every single day, and I just bullet pointed it down, where we were driving, where we were, what we did, if I did any work, and as well as what I was eating. So that's literally all it was, random notes everywhere, nothing fancy or pretty, but it got the job done. I was able to bullet out what happened, I was able to record things that I was working on, and keep notes and keep track of everything way easier than I was before. But it wasn't making me happy because it's not pretty, it's not something I can show off, and it's not something that it was not like enjoying, it wasn't a relaxing thing like a bullet journal is for me. So, since it was not that for me, I decided that I would still include this in the next in my actual bullet journal. So what I did is when I had free time, I would go into my bullet journal and record like I normally would. This is what my July looked like after the fact. I recorded the weather and the temperature like normal every single day, and then I also included what location we were at in the little boxes as well. If you are new here, this is your first time watching, I do put a monthly goals, a quote of the month, and a look at the next month, and then drawing topics at the bottom. So that's what this page is all about. It's kind of like an opener for the month. Now now I've decided to stop doing the Plan With Me challenge. I haven't been keeping up with it, and I honestly haven't been interacting with other people like I should with it, so I've just decided to take that out of my bullet journal in the future months. But this page I absolutely love. It's all of my memories for this month. So everything that I wanted to remember that I thought was a really cool event is on this page. Especially like milestones as well. 300 subscribers on YouTube last month. Thank you, thank you. And I actually just hit 350 on my channel, so thank you, thank you, thank you. And then my tracker filled in everything. You'll see all these little red marks. It was the worst month for getting stuff done. I had a lot of fun. It was a great road trip, but I got almost no work done. I didn't keep up with pretty much anything except for exploring and working out, hitting my steps every day on my Fitbit. It just was not a good productive month. My spending, I didn't keep track. I kept track of stuff before the road trip, and then after the road trip, it kind of just fizzled out because I kept track of everything in here, and I also kept track of everything in my road trip log. So this was all of the mileage, the gas money, and the tolls as well. So I kind of spread it out a little bit different than I normally do, so my spending page is a little bit lacking. For dailies, before I left, I did keep up with everything really easily. I had drawing topics, and I kept track of my food every single day by drawing it, and then things that I had to do every single day as well. And that continued, that continued throughout the month, and then once I left on my road trip, it kind of got more empty spaces, less recorded information. And I also did, if you watched my August plan with me, I have changed this up a little bit because I felt like this was too crowded when I was filling it in after the fact. I like drawing out my food, but it does make the page look cluttered. So towards the end here, you'll see I started trying to figure out how I could make the food portion compartmentalized. So I had like every single day I had my stuff that I did, and then my food in like this little box, which helped a little bit, but I still think my setup for August is going to be better than this. I really enjoyed having two colors to work with. I worked with the blue and the red, as well as the typical black and white that I normally do. I really liked that a lot. I might do it again for a different month where I have two different colors to work with. But I don't want to make it too busy. And so that is it for July. Like I said, it's a little bit different than what I typically have done. It's shorter. Obviously, it was only a couple pages, whereas normally I have quite a few pages. But, you know, overall, it was a great lesson in the minimalist style. Like, if I'm just getting the information out and I'm not focusing on making it pretty. Like I said, it didn't really, I mean, it worked for keeping track of everything, but it wasn't what I wanted my bullet journal to be. I want my bullet journal to be something decorative and fun that I can look back on. It's not just a record or a planner for me. It's almost like a scrapbook of everything that I'm experiencing. So that is it for July. I have lots of great things coming in August that I think I have improved upon, and I will have another plan with me coming next week, which will be September. I can't believe it's September already, but I'm really excited to continue to share this bullet journal with you, and pretty soon, I mean, we're getting towards the end here, I'm going to be using a different journal and a different sketchbook, so it'll be mixing it up a little bit as well, changing that up. Alright, until then, remember to live, love, and travel on. I appreciate all likes and comments and, of course, subscriptions. They help me to keep making more videos for you to enjoy. So thanks so much, and I will see you next week. Bye! So first, I am starting off with my monthly setup. Like usual, I am first off drawing the calendar month in pencil.